It is now official that Raila Amolo Odinga has actually come to the public, and he has told the public that he is ready to take up the role at the AU Commission. And actually, Raila has received an endorsement from the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. And what now many people in Kenya are wondering, what will be the political impact of Raila Amolo Odinga actually leaving Kenya local politics to join the AU? Because, as you know, Raila Amolo Odinga in the Kenyan politics, he is being seen as enigma. He is perceived as the father of democracy in this republic. And currently, he is the only opposition leader who always takes the government into tows whenever the government appears to step out of its role. So what will be the political impact if Raila Amolo Odinga will exit the Kenyan politics? Because if he becomes the chair of AU, then automatically he will be required to be neutral or not to engage in any active politics in the continent of Africa. And he will not be the leader of opposition or the leader of Azimio, nor the leader of ODM. So that is actually what I want us to discuss about today. But before we dive deeper into that, here is a tip on how Raila Amolo Odinga accepted to take up the challenge of becoming the AU chairmanship. Please hear this tip.
And because of all these considerations that I am inclined to accept the challenge, should the leadership of Africa want my services, I am ready and offer myself to be of service to this continent. And I've asked my friend to continue to be a good ambassador and talk to other people elsewhere. I don't want to say much more than that. And therefore today I want to make it public that I'm ready, yes, to go for the chairmanship of the African Union. Thank you.
After listening to that tip of Raila Amolo Odinga actually accepting the challenge of being the chair of AU, now let us go back and try to have the critical analysis about how that will impact first on the national politics of this republic called Kenya. Then we will do another critical analysis on how it will impact ODM as a party and Azimio in general. And lastly, we will look what will be its political impact towards 2027 presidential election. And first, let us look at the impact of Raila Amolo Odinga exiting Kenya local politics in the national stage. Because, as you know, it's only Raila Amolo Odinga from the opposition side who has been taking the government into toes whenever it steps out of its mandate. And Raila Amolo Odinga has always been championing democracy and multipartyism in this nation. At the same time, it is Raila Amolo Odinga who has actually been making the government of William Samuel Ruto to perform. So if Raila Amolo Odinga will exit the Kenyan politics, then at the national level, there will be an impact which will be created. Will it be a negative impact or a positive impact? That is what we are asking ourselves. Will we get another opposition leader who will be man enough to take up the roles that Raila Amolo Odinga has been taking in the national level? And how will this impact Kenya Kwanza politics? Because Kenya Kwanza politics has been played at the center of Raila Amolo Odinga political journey. Because if you remember, people from Mount Kenya have been made to be anti-Raila. And now, if Raila will exit the local politics of this nation, then what will be the political leaders of Mount Kenya tell their people? And more so, the politicians who are allied to Kenya Kwanza. So those are the questions which we must be able to answer. So Raila Amolo Odinga is not a mere person. He is a political giant, a political enigma in this nation, because he has shaped the political destiny of this nation. Are we going to get a person of his stature who will take Kenya forward? That is the big question we must ask ourselves as Raila might exit the Kenyan local politics. Another thing which we have to ask ourselves is about the ODM party. What will be the impact of Raila Amolo Odinga exiting ODM? Because people have been saying, no ODM without Raila Amolo Odinga. Because yeye ndiye kusema, yeye ndiye baba. But if Raila Amolo Odinga will exit the Kenyan politics, and that means he will be no longer the leader of ODM. Who is the leader who will take the roles of ODM? Will ODM die a natural death? Because people have believed that there will be no ODM without Raila Amolo Odinga, or we will have somebody who will step forward and take ODM and march with it to the future. What will be about the Azimio fraternity? Because people like Kalonzo Musyoka, they have been wishing to be endorsed by Raila Amolo Odinga. And that means if Raila will be endorsed to take up the AU chair. It means that the person who is going to be at the center is Dr. William Samoei Ruto. And if he is going to endorse Raila Amolo Odinga to take that position, it means that Raila Amolo Odinga might be quiet, or he might come up as he heads to the AU. He may say, Ruto Tosha, and he leaves the scene of politics. So what will be his impact on the Azimio coalition? And that's why many people have been telling Kalonzo Musyoka that he must walk on his own shadow, not the shadow of Raila Amolo Odinga. So ODM is going to have probably a problem of getting its leadership set forward. So that might be a political implication of Raila Amolo Odinga exiting ODM. Because if we will not have somebody who will have the stature of Raila Amolo Odinga, who will consolidate all the leaders within ODM, then it means that ODM will break into pieces and it will disappear from the Kenyan map. And now, let us look at 2027 presidential election. What will be the impact of Raila Amolo Odinga not being in the ballot? Because once Raila Amolo Odinga is going to take up that role of being the chair of AU, automatically he must be neutral. He must not engage in any local politics of his country or any politics of any country within the African continent and even the international level. So, are we going to get another figure who is going to make William Samoei Ruto to run for his money late come 2027? Because people believe that without Raila on the ballot late come 2027, it's going to be a walkover for William Samoei Ruto. Or are we going to have another person coming from nowhere and he is going to make William Samoei Ruto to run for his money? At the same time, who is going to inherit the so-called bedroom politically of Baba? Because the stronghold of ODM will be for grab if Baba exits the political arena. Who is going to inherit those strongholds? Will it be Kalonzo? Will it be William Samoei Ruto? So that's another thing which we must ask ourselves. So all that is what you must ponder about. And what will be your take about all that? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because this is the home of politics in Africa. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly, because you always give me the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say adios.